What's up, everybody? It's Sal the Investor back here at it again. I'm exhausted. I told you guys it was going to be a busy week for me. I own a moving company and a cleaning company, so we are busy coming towards the middle and the end of the month. We are just non-stop. And I had a couple guys that had vacation, so it's been a rough week, but we're finally coming to the end of it. Although it's getting even busier towards the end and the holiday. Labor Day is just kind of one of those things. It's just crazy. But on here, we're going to talk about some great things. Like and subscribe. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. However, I was a licensed broker. So remember that brokers are not financial advisors. We just execute trades. Don't really care about your financial plan. Seek out a good financial advisor. There are plenty of them out there. Definitely a good thing for anyone, especially if you have any questions on how things fit into your financial future. With that said, I've been watching the market, been posting every morning. I've been buying a little bit more XRP every day, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I have a feeling this SEC case is going to end summertime next year, probably around this time next year. But I do feel like we're going to get a run up on all the altcoins at some point. However, I've also been edging into quant. Quant kind of dipped at 109 late last night, so I bought at 111, and this has been kind of sitting there all day today. I was able to get a few, move it over to my hard wallet, and then of course I bought some ADA while I was at it because it's at a good price, and I should just keep stacking up on it. Although what I did buy a lot of was Matic, because the staking went on one of the platforms went from like 3% to 7%. Everywhere I've seen it's 7%. So if someone knows where you can get higher, that'd be good. But right now, I'm staking it on Gemini. I think it's for 7.8%. That's great. I also put a little bit of cash into some reckless coins. Those ones are like a hope, a dream, and a prayer. Got a lot of hopium with them. But I didn't really I put $500 into one that was 308% APR. So, I'm going to get back 1,500, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how yield farming goes. Right now, the project portfolio that I have going is just over 12,000, probably now around 11,500 with the current dip. But if you're following the investment path, there's going to be about you should be investing $1,000 in right now. And that's going to push you back over almost to 1,300. But this will be a good time to get in and start putting into like DOT, Atom. I wouldn't touch Ethereum yet, or Hex, because I have a feeling there's going to be chaos. Whenever I get a gut feeling of chaos, there's going to be chaos with that Ethereum merge. So I'm just kind of waiting on the sidelines, because if there's too much sell pressure and Ethereum drops under 500, I'm telling you right now, I'm going in hard. I might even like reduce holdings in other altcoins to get into Ethereum. And of course, I've always just been steadily, letting my stable coins from BlockFi get interest payments off of into Bitcoin. So I've been getting a steady $900 a month off of that for Bitcoin off of my private portfolio. Stock wise, we're doing great on there. I think Ford is a good choice to buy. I don't know why not many of you guys are not getting into Ford. They specifically said they're going to be the economy version of Tesla. Deliver on a Tesla service. They're going to kind of minimize the dealerships, so there's going to be no more new dealerships. They're getting rid of a lot of white collar jobs that are not useful, and I think the layoffs are going to extend throughout the year as they align their costs and increase their profits while decreasing their overhead. But they're not getting rid of too many of the blue collar jobs. They're getting rid of the white collar jobs, the overhead, the excess management, things like that, and trimming down their product design and engineering department. So I foresee them making a lot of money in the future. Like 10 years from now, I really think that stock's going to have a nice run up. So like even like 2030, I expect, if you're buying now, that'd be the time to sell, because it'd be at about 100 a share, and you would make a significant sum of money. It'd be a 10x, even though it's a long 10x, it'd be a 10x, but you'll also be making dividends along the way. As far as my dividend portfolio, I'm still sticking with Walmart, Apple, NLP, ORC, AT&T, Verizon, Bank of America, and BlackRock. Those are the dividend stocks that we have right now. They're funding the crypto account. So about now my private portfolio, I do make a lot. So every like 3 months, I put a crap ton into crypto, and then every week I kind of try to dollar cost average in. For now, as far as my companies, they don't have holdings in crypto. I don't believe that they have cash for capital investments, because that's what they need, as well as that cash is managed by a financial advisor, because it's a large sum of money, and you don't want to. I don't feel comfortable managing that much money for my business, which that money goes to people relying on it as for payroll and making sure the business is here for next day. So I don't feel like that's a wise investment for that. I feel like I should leave it alone, let it grow, because I do have quite a bit of people that work. I mean, I'm anticipating, with my managers, that we're going to have close to 100 employees by the end of the year, with 5 more additional sites coming online. So that money needs to be for that business and capital investment, as well as shoring up payroll to just make sure, God forbid something happens in the economy, I can still pay people for at least a year and a half right now. So right now I have a year and a half worth of bills covered. That's great. That means if I had not one customer for a year and a half, everybody would get paid, all my bills would be paid, and everything, which I, of course, would hopefully, you'd fix that situation within a month. But God forbid a bad thing happens, we could last a while. My goal is to have cash reserves as big as Apple. That's my goal with my companies. Have that much cash. As far as real estate, I'm telling you right now, the bubble's going to happen. Everyone's talking about China going down. I've been telling you guys China was a bum deal since the early 2000s, when I first became a broker. I started getting into finance. I don't know why people don't listen. It was the first one. They were just taking everybody's money from the West and just doing fake scamming stuff and not giving it back. And I knew that was going to happen. And people are like, well, their numbers are starting to be fudged. Of course their numbers are fudged. They're a totalitarian government. Their numbers are going to be fudged. 100%. They are trying to control an image. And they're trying to say we are the best, when they are actually the worst. You got people selling their own people plastic food. You have real estate chaos. You have people chaos in the fact that you got 75 men to 1 woman. People are fighting and killing each other over trying to marry a woman. You got villages fighting. You got towns fighting. You got people on civil unrest with the mortgage crisis going on. And you also got civil unrest with the total 100% no tolerance lockdown of their COVID. They are set for a revolution. People are saying, well, there's going to... No, they're not going to just economically collapse. There will not be a China. That's what's going to happen in our lifetime. And probably within the next few years, there's not going to be a China. There probably won't be that, because when you have people running out of money, when you have people running out of food, when you have people running out of the ability to produce their legacy, their children, their next... Oh, it's on. It's a fight. Something's going to break, and that's a lot of people. They have like 1.4 billion people or something like that. That's a lot of people that are going to fight. And you only have very few people in control. So it wouldn't surprise me that they are going to run up and have some significant change. If China's still around, they're not going to be a socialist country. They're not going to be a communist country. They're going to be 100% either going back to the dynasty that they had that lasted for 5,000 years, or they're going to go to a democratic republic, mimicking the United States. And I bet you, as soon as that government collapses, the United States is going in. It's going in. Russia's going to take part of it. The United States will take part of it. And India will take part of it. Watch what happened. I 100%. I don't think we're going to have like a world war. But I think the country's just going to collapse. And then 3 countries are going to kind of pick up the pieces. Because in China, you have the largest amount of rare earth and materials we need to make semiconductors and all that other stuff. A lot of it's there, a lot of it's in Africa, and that's really the bulk of where it is. However, we give most of the food. So the larger city side, I think like the east side, on the ocean side, because of our relationship with Japan, they're going to go over there, and they're going to kind of hold that area, and so to protect Japan. Russia, if it can, they got some chaos going on too, but they're in a little bit better position than China. They're going to go over there and probably take over like the northwestern sides and everything, but they have to get through Mongolia, which there's still stuff going on there. However, if it does collapse and there is no government, NATO will get involved, and the U.S. will get involved, and it will become a territory. That's the best way to put it. It will become a territory. You will literally have now people who are Chinese Americans, which is going to be crazy, but I bet you it's going to happen, because as much chaos is going on in the world, people still don't understand you. As the United States, we're still a massive production center for a lot of things. Food, most importantly, because you can't run any society without food and a certain amount of calories pumping in every day. And you can't do that if you're not doing industrial farming, which is what we're doing, and no one else is doing it because we're doing it and we're feeding the world, and that's going to get cut off. With that said, I think commodities will come down, oil will come down, chip manufacturing will come down, everything will come down. And that will allow for the prices to stabilize, inflation will end. But with that said, that's kind of like my take on the markets right now, I gotta go get this truck unloaded, get everything inside. With that said, like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok. Have a wonderful day, respect the process, stay safe out there.